there, my friends. My name is Lauren, and I am a tomato addict. In the rooms of 12-step rooms, usually you say like how long you've been sober. I'm not sober from tomatoes, nor do I ever intend to be. But I'm really happy to be here with you all because I have a feeling if you're watching this, you're a tomato addict too. So I'm with my people. Welcome to Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. I come to you every Thursday at this time right now. It is, for those of you watching the recording, it is Thursday, January 16th, 2025. So we are halfway through the first month of the year. And basically I come to you and I blabber about tomatoes. And I bring you into the show too because it's so much more fun doing it live and having kind of having a conversation with us. So welcome to the show. If it's your first time, welcome. We actually do have prizes again today, but this one isn't offered by me. So you want to put some, did I just freeze? I don't know if it just froze on your end, but I just froze on my end. Oh, hang on. Let me put on Instagram. Didn't forget an hour in this time. Eva Lena Kangazama, I apologize, Eva, for the misspelling. She is just had the kindest words about what we do, Kina, Jen, and I. And she wanted to offer a very special prize today. So 5 people get to choose, I think it's right, 5 varieties from her Instagram page. And her Instagram page is, hang on, her Instagram page is @Tomato Cravings. So if you win, I'll do a drawing at the end of the show. You get to go on her wonderful Instagram channel. I think I have it pulled up. Let me show you. Oh, wrong one. Hang on. Let me pull it up. It's a beautiful, I had it pulled up, but I try to close as many windows as possible so I don't freeze like I just did. Here it is. Let me show you. Maybe. Come on. Also, if it's your first time watching, I'm kind of a hot mess technologically. So you've got to really love tomatoes because I'm not the most polished person in the world. But I do have fun and I embrace the fact that I'm a hot mess. And I love that you all embrace me too, or at least what we do. Hang on, let me pull up the channel. Is it? Yes, here it is. Tomato Cravings. So thank you, Eva, so much. Look at this variety. She has beautiful photos. For those of you that may not know, Eva is notorious for chiming in every week when I feel like I've got like the most rare tomato, and she's like, yeah, I grew that. Not like that. She doesn't belittle it, but I'm always like, if any of you have grown it, shout out so we can, hear how it is. And I would say more times than not, Eva has grown it. So thank you very much, Eva. All you have to do to enter is put a comment in the comments. You can put in hashtag tomato. It's just easier that way. But I'll do a drawing for 5 people at the end. Incredibly generous. Get to choose 5 varieties. I had considered, get rid of this banner. I had considered starting my prizes up today because I am almost caught up. When have you ever heard me say that? I haven't given away prizes in probably a few months now because it's a crazy time of year. Well, it's always a crazy time of year. It's either tomato season or it's tomato seed season. And this is the time of year. First of all, I've been backed up for like 3 months on some of the prizes I owe you, but they do go out. And I always make it worth your while because I include a lot of extras. Kind of the longer you've waited, the more extras you get. But yeah, so I've been doing it like I was doing it all weekend, filling seed orders. They take some time because I do it all by hand. I don't have printed labels or anything like that. I write it by hand. And I like to give away extras, which probably takes away so much time, but that's just what makes me happy. So I still have a handful but just about caught up. Then Eva came in and she offered this prize, so it's probably better anyway. So thank you, Eva, for that prize. Before, I don't want to get too far behind in the comments, and I want to see. Looks like I'm 30 minutes behind somehow. I know I was a little late. Hi, Lucas. Lucas is one of the ones I still owe. Eric Mooney. Hi, Eric. Thanks for being here. You know, it's funny, the weeks fly by, but it always seems like even though it's only been a week since my last show, it feels like forever. Do you guys feel like that? Sweet as Kenobi. Leslie. Hi, Leslie. Nice to meet you. I'm not sure if we've chatted before, but thanks for watching. Meyer Way. Hi there, Meyer Way. And Blah Blah's here. Hi, Blah Blah. Thanks for being here. Heidi's here. Hi, Heidi. And Deborah all the way from Australia. Hi, Deborah. Sathia's here. And Michelle Urban is here. And Kelly Natchbull's here. Makes me feel good that you guys come week after week, or come when you can. I know Jamie was starting a class. She was with us last week, but Jamie Hill has a class at this time, which was very poor scheduling on her part, but she can catch the recording. Hey, Michael. Thanks for being here, my friend. You're going to notice there's a very pathetic looking micro dwarf behind me, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to do a taste test live. It did have foliage. I'm not really sure what happened, but it's a cute one. It's called Mini Me from Tomato Eden, and I haven't seen anybody else review it yet. As soon as I got the seeds from Tatiana at Tomato Eden, they fell right into soil. So, and they look fantastic. Plant, not so much, but fruit, yes. And honestly, I kind of abused it, so it's understandable. Hey, Cordaro. And Ansel. Ansel, are you watching us? Hey, buddy. You picking out your tomatoes for next year? Can't wait to hear what you're growing. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for watching. Missy's here. Kim L is here. By the way, if you are somebody who won a prize a while back and I haven't sent it yet, please feel free to private message me. Don't do it on here, but private message me, because I'm going through all of my trade notebooks and there's a lot of trade notebooks. And according to what I'm looking at, it looks like I'm just about caught up. I have one vendor who chose just about 120 varieties from me. And then a couple other vendors who also chose not as much as that, but they do take some time. But I love to share seeds, which is how I get in the weeds. In the restaurant business, they call it in the weeds, when you're just in over your head. And I don't want to stop giving away prizes because I love it so much. I love it, love it, love it. I mean, that's part of the fun for me. I grow the tomatoes. I taste the tomatoes. I review the tomatoes. I save as many seeds as possible. And my favorites I like to give to all of you. It really brings me much joy. A few people have asked if I sell seeds or intend to sell seeds. The answer is no. I think it would take some of the fun out of it for me. So, yeah, never intend on doing that. I mean, never say never, but I don't think so. Hi, Linda. Thanks for being here. Plus, if I sold it, like, I couldn't wait 3 months to send it out. Not that I'm not normally this behind, but we had a couple special shows, like their 5,000 member celebration and all that. So I get a little behind, but I usually tell you ahead of time I get behind. Did I ever get you, Tara Dove? Hi there. And Kim Pierce. Hi, Kim. Christina G. Gang's all here. Here's our friend Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Jerry, I owe you seeds. I know this. I came across your page yesterday. And my partner in crime, Kina, one of them, Jen, and I run our group, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. If you are finding me on YouTube and aren't a member of our Facebook community, you want to do a Facebook account just to be a member of our community. You've got to trust me on this. If you love tomatoes, you want to be there. It's not just a swap group. We're so much more. Shows like this are an example, and Jen and I do Tomato Talk Live once a month. Kina, Jen, and I have special shows once in a while. We just hit 6,000 members, as a matter of fact. Happened a couple days ago, and I've been a little crazy, but yeah, we just hit 6,000 members, which is really exciting. So thanks all of you we've only been, alive as a community for a year and a half. We started July 2023, and we've grown fast. And it still feels intimate to me. It's really a beautiful thing. So head on over to Tomato Lovers Collective and swap, and I think you're going to like it there. Hi, Claudia. Thanks for being here. Brianna's here. Missy, yes, I'm glad you said something. I've been super busy today, so I didn't get a chance to put a reminder in the group. But Craig LaHoulier has an event tonight, which I actually advertised on a show, I think like 2 months ago or something like that. Tonight is the night. I'm not sure if I'm going to be, I am signed up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not. I hope I am. Hopefully it's being recorded. Hi, Deb. Thanks for being here, my friend. Akelia, aka Trees here. I am also addicted to tomatoes. I'm sure my family is tired of me talking about them. Yeah, that's why you need to come here on Thursdays, right? So we can talk about it together. Speaking of which, this is my latest shirt from Inspired Garden Life. Jen and I've got a bunch of shirts from them. They have the best shirts. It's quietly plotting my next tomato harvest. Pure and simple and true. I was talking with somebody today. I think it was somebody who I just sent their seed wishes to or a prize to. And she said that when she gets my seeds, she's sure that that her grow list for 2025 will be disrupted. So I said I should call myself my new nickname, Disruptor of Grow Lists. Jen is also a disruptor of grow lists. If you want to get one of these many shirts, I don't know how many tomato shirts they have, but a lot. Maybe 30 or more. I got 10 of them. And it's not just tomatoes. They have 1 or 2 pepper, lots of seed hoarding, native flowers, things like that. If you have chickens, lots of really great chicken shirts for the chicken mommy and daddy. So you want to go to Inspired Garden Life, and Tim and Darylyn, who run Inspired Garden Life, have offered I think it's a lifetime coupon code where you can get 15% off, and that's TLC 15. So you want to check that out. Let's get to some more comments. Sri Devi's here. Hi there. Thanks for being here. I'm only 10 minutes behind now. It's not too bad. Pretty's here. Hi there. So kind of her. Yes, Eva, very, very kind. If you're just joining us, Eva Kangasma is giving away for 5 people, and I'll do a drawing at the end of the episode, choice of 5 varieties from her Instagram page, which is, I've forgotten already. It is Tomato Cravings. Perfect name, Tomato Cravings. And all you have to do to enter to win is just put in #tomato in the comments, and then I'll do a random drawing at the end of the episode. And it was very, very kind of her. Very. She had very kind words to say about what we do, and very appreciated, Eva. Thank you very much. Who else we got? Eva's a sweetheart. Yes, she is. She most certainly is. Love her. Lots of thanks for Eva. Evelina. She is an awesome tomato head. She is. I'll think, and I'm not intentionally trying to stump anybody. I really want to hear if others have grown a variety. But oftentimes I'm like, nobody's going to even have heard of this. And she'll be like, yeah, I grew it, which is so helpful because it's helpful. And she's honest whether or not it's good. So she is a disruptor of grow lists as well. Hey, Brian, nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Lots of thanks. Kina thanks you. Christy, happy Thursday to you all. And Eva's here. More thanks for Evelina. Danielle B is here. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for joining us. Lots of thanks for you, Eva. Well deserved. Pam Joan. Hi there. Thanks for being here. Hi, Kyla Johnson. So generous of Eva. I agree. And we see people entering. Hey, there's our third musketeer. Jen Joy's here. I made it doing a bunch of meat canning today. Wow. Hopefully you can listen while you're meat canning. What kind of meat, Jen? Ham, chicken. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Kelly says, thank you so much, Eva. Just want to make sure I got everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. Annalia Ratliff is here. I'm not sure if I said hi to you yet, Anne. Thanks for being here. Laura Bradley's here. Hi, Laura Bradley. Hi, Tiffany. Horty, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. South Dakota Living. Hi there. Love TLC. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. It, the gratitude that we get from all of you is what fuels us to keep going and try to keep thinking of new ideas. And just, plus it helps that Kina, Jen, and I, we're not just people that run a tomato group for the sake of running a seed swap group or anything like that. Like we are, and you guys know this by now if you're in the group, we're seriously passionate about tomatoes. We like ooze enthusiasm about tomatoes. So hopefully that comes across to all of you. I think it probably does. Hey, Chastity. Thanks for being here. Oh, Ansel Cordaro, his dad says he's homesick from school today. You got a smile and a pathetic head nod. That's the worst when your little ones are sick. Feel better soon, Ansel. Oh, Ansel, you're getting a lot of feel better soons. Hina says feel better soon. Heidi. Hi, Yvette from France. Thanks for being here. You never doubt me, Jerry? That's a nice thing to say. Thank you. Let's try the hair behind the ears. Tomorrow, have my natural blonde being put back in tomorrow. Can't come soon enough. Chastity says TLC is the best. Oh my God, good thing you said something I totally forgot. About the Craig event, yeah. I probably have an email. Let me check. If I have an email, I can provide the link. It did require pre-registration, but it was free. I don't know if I have a reminder or not. I don't see one, but after I get off the air, although was it early? Am I remembering the time was early? Let me look at my calendar. It may overlap. I don't want to overlap with Craig. No, but it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I will definitely be off the air by then. If I'm not, somebody shoot me. So I'll put something in TLC with the link. Unless somebody, Missy, if you have it and want to put it in the comments, that's great. I just don't have it handy. Hi, Sherva. Nice to see you, my friend. Andrea Ruiz. Hi, Andrea. Love the shirt. Thank you. Me too. No bells and whistles on this one, but the words say it all. And of course, I'm wearing the crochet tomato earrings that Jen made for Kina and I. Hi, Karen. You know you can be late to this show and you didn't miss a single tomato, but I'm really glad you're here. And Jen Joy says, "Oh, Ansel, sorry you're not feeling so great. Feel better soon." Hey, Harley. Our swamp bitch is here. Harley the swamp bitch. Amanda Brown. Hello from upstate New York. You are so inspiring. Wow. Thank you. It's a nice thing to say. You just made my day. Thank you. Jen says, speaking of chickens, none of mine have frozen to death. Gosh darn, it's cold and I'm over it. I was just talking to Lucas Wellman about that like an hour or so ago. It's cold here too. I woke up, it was 18 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, which is, we get cold. It's not usually quite that cold. Not like some of you out there who get really crazy weather. So I'm glad your chickens have not frozen, my friend. And Jen says, thank you, Eva. You're awesome with a big heart. Absolutely. Hi, Roxanne. Jen says, ground beef, ugly chicken, and herbed chicken. What's ugly chicken? I want to know. This is what, if you're just joining us, Jen said she's busy canning meat. So I asked her what kind of meat. I need to know what ugly chicken is. I don't eat meat any longer. I did when I was in Italy. Don't do this thing on vacation. It helps with my pain. I'm not, I don't look down on anybody that eats meat. Meat is delicious, but it really helps me a lot with my pain, like drastically. So, and you'd be really, and Heidi can tell you this. She eats plant-based also. It's really so much more interesting than most people give it credit for, or can be. Eric says, loved canned chicken. Laura says, I've got your bananas noir on my grow list this year. Yay! Thank you. If you guys follow me on Instagram, and it's Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head, I put up a post maybe an hour or two ago where last year, it's actually kind of been coming for 2 years, but I grow several bananas noir plants every year. One to save seeds, although if any of you have grown bananas noir out there, these have a lot of seeds in them. Lots of seeds and goo, which is right up my alley. I love it. Very, very sweet. But I've got a banana noir cherry that I'm trying to stabilize. It came 2 years ago. It really came last year. Shoot, I wish I'd pulled, oh, you know what? I can pull up my Instagram channel. Hang on. And I can show you. So I was just kind of talking about it's not stable yet. Am I showing this? Nope. Hang on. There it is. Banana noir cherry. So it looks just like a mini banana noir, and banana noir looks like a mini ananas noir, which is what the original cross was. This is sugary, sweet, in a small package. It's, besides sweet, it's got a real full flavor, loud flavor, like I like to say. Thanks to my friend Darla, who came up with that term a couple of years ago. So got that in the works, which I'm pretty excited about. Hopefully this year, continues to be a cherry and all that. Certainly not stable, but fun, because I love me some bananas noir. Heidi, I keep meaning to ask you that. I can't bring myself to can meat. I don't think the fam would eat it. I thought you meant to eat meat. Is your family, do they eat plant-based too, or is it just you? I'm sure I've asked you that before. Everybody's saying get well soon to you, Ansel. And Heidi's registered for Craig's thing and totally forgot. I forgot, but I did, and it's in my paper planner. But on Thursdays, I kind of spend the day getting ready for this. And let me say before I forget, we are. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for being here. Kina, Jen, myself, Linda, Michael, and Deb, we are currently choosing the Growout teams for in the group. We plan to announce them tomorrow. And it's, it's a lot. It's kind of like a draft. Not that we're trading people, but, we told everybody you can sign up for 2, and you can sign up for up to 5 varieties per each of those 2 categories. So, many people sign up for 2, and we need somebody in this team and all of that. So we plan to announce that tomorrow. Several of our teams are short of the 15 that we said we would do. So if you aren't on that list, we will encourage you to, and if you really want to be part of a grow out, I mean, if you don't, we'll just have smaller teams. But we want to give everybody the opportunity to be on a grow out team. Last year, we had some disappointed people, and it's interesting because in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, Kina, Jen, and I feel very, very strongly about making sure that everything we do is open to everyone, whether it's trades. Nobody can say domestic only. It's got to, or you got a contest. It can't just be U.S. only or anything like that. We feel strongly about that. We're all inclusive. But we can't do that for grow outs. We're growing a little bit more this year than we did last year, but inevitably some people will be disappointed, and it breaks our heart. Don't know of any other way to do it. As long as this year goes well, we will continue to grow even more next year. But we have 12 teams. We will we're looking for 15 per team, and then ideally maybe 3 alternates if possible. The alternates don't have to pay the $6 fee, and you're just there. And if somebody's crop fails, you get those seeds. So we'll put up those lists tomorrow. And I think, right now we're making sure, like, you have this person on your team, and we're kind of going back and forth. But I think we're pretty solid at this point, so we'll be ready to announce tomorrow, and then see if we can fill up those teams. If you really want to be in a grow out, and because we can find people to only 2 categories, perhaps you had things in other categories you'd like to sign up for. Off the top of my head, I can tell you that Spanish varieties needs more people. Sofia Sakova, definitely. I don't want to give out wrong information. I think Alafirov and I think Tatiana as well. One of yours needs more people. Kina, one of yours, is it first names needs more people? But we'll put it up tomorrow. But you will have an opportunity to sign up if you didn't make a team. And then if we don't fill those up, we will give an opportunity for people that have been chosen if they want to be a part of a second team. But that's only after we've exhausted those of you who weren't chosen for a team. I think everybody's going to be happy. There's some great varieties. You guys sign up for amazing stuff. This hasn't been easy. And it really is completely about the variety and not the person. Doesn't have anything to do with how active you are in the group or anything like that. So just know that a lot of thought goes into this because we do take it seriously. It is not fun to cut people at all. Did I say all 3 of mine? Sophia? The only one of mine that's filled is Kentucky Appalachian Heirlooms, but I am looking for 3 alternates. So we'll see. So be on the lookout in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap tomorrow for the lists. It reminds me, my daughter's a singer and actress. Both of my kids were involved in musical theater as children, and like the most, crazy day was when the cast list goes up for the school play and who made it and who didn't. And so I don't want it to feel like that at all. We're definitely trying to make it available to anybody that wants to be a part of a grow out. If you only signed up for one and you only wanted that one, that's fine. But if you had other options, then you'll get another opportunity. All right, let's hear from Jen about the canned meat. The ground beef goes in spaghetti sauce. The canned ugly chicken makes awesome. Ooh, I remember this recipe. We were talking about this recently, Jen. Awesome buffalo chicken dip and chicken salad, and the herb chicken gets ate up by Jade ASAP. You know, I veganized that recipe, and it's pretty good. There's a company called Daring. Heidi, you probably know it. It's frozen chicken chunks, and then you can get vegan sour cream and cream cheese too, so you can totally veganize it. Is it quite the same? No, but it's really close and really good. Rowena, hi Rowena. We might be getting a blizzard tomorrow. Yikes, how much? Do tell. Jen says, ugly chicken is cold-packed raw chicken. It's ugly in the can, hence the name. I didn't know you could do that. Interesting. That's got to be a great time saver when you're looking for a quick meal. Hi, Mike, South Louisiana. Hi, Lauren. Hello, Jen. Heidi says, the closest I came to canning meat was I made freeze-dried taco meat, and they won't try it. Yeah, you have a freeze dryer? I'm jelly. I would love a freeze dryer. I've looked into getting freeze dryers. They are not cheap at all. But has anybody, weird segue, but pertinent to freeze drying, has anybody had something called Friedels? It's freeze-dried Skittles. It's like a religious experience. You can find them on Amazon. And now some like gas, convenience stores and stuff carry them. Those aren't cheap either. They're delicious. And I also love freeze-dried bananas. I order those from Amazon. Trader Joe's has them. Not that there's a Trader Joe's close by, but I order from Trader Joe's through Amazon. Love freeze-dried bananas, so I would love a freeze dryer. Hi, Licia. 19 this morning in North Carolina. Wow. Yeah, that's cold for down there. Bill Yoder was actually, oh no, he's in Georgia. I was thinking of Craig. Craig's in North Carolina. Bill Yoder's in Georgia. Susan, does eating plant-based help with lupus? I won't go so far as to say that because I don't want to be irresponsible in my advice. It helps me with mine. It helps me with my pain dramatically. Um, so, for whatever it's worth, I don't want to say it like rids you of lupus symptoms or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I'm not feeling great today. My tremors, actually, they're not so bad right now. My tremors were really bad today. When I get the tremors, I get like this brain fog and get fuzzy vision and all that. It's not really fun. So I considered canceling, and then I'm like, no, I need it. Sometimes you need, I don't know, sometimes I need just something to keep your mind occupied so you're not thinking about the pain constantly. And so this is it because I love being here with you guys. Linda, wow, baby banana noir. Yeah, I know. Cute, right? So cute. Like, and the color just carries right over. Um, really tastes exactly the same as the regular banana noir. I'd love to try the cherry, says Laura Bradley. Well, we'll see how it goes this year. I don't want to give them out just yet, but yeah, I will let you know how it goes this year. I think after 2 years, well, last year was the first year it was a true cherry. The year prior to that, there was this one plant that I'd saved seeds from that was smaller than the regular saladette. I'd love more banana noir in a smaller plant. Yes, I have. Was it you I was talking to about this, Michael? Or maybe somebody else mentioned it during another show that it would be great as a micro. It would be great as a micro. Hi, Brianna. I need banana noir cherry yesterday. How cool is that? Says Cynthia, banana noir cherry. Yeah, it was a nice surprise. Okay. Kina says we need a bananas micro. That's going to be a heck of a time getting that to be a micro. For those of you that have grown it, it is a very tall plant. So it'll take some time, but I do have it in the works. I have an idea of what I want to cross it with. Missy says, per the gardening gathering, registration's full for Craig's event and closed due to max capacity. Thank you for your interest. All right, well, I wonder if it'll be recorded. I hope so. And Achille, sign up for Craig's event. Right when I think I'm getting caught up on the comments, I notice I'm 10 minutes behind. Hi, Deanna. Last week, Jen, I don't know if you're still here. It was during our Tomato Talk Live. Was that just last week? I said Diana. I've been saying Diana, and you said, is it Diana or Deanna? And I said, I don't know. I've been saying Diana. You're right. It's Deanna. I was wrong. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, thank you, Jen. Foliage. And for those of you, I think all our team captains are here. Good. Thank you. Micro. Oh, does Micro need more? I thought that was full. I took somebody from his team. And food and drink. Great. Hi, Terry Haley. Thanks for being here. And Kina said exactly what I just said. It will be some worth downsizing. Yeah, that thing is like a weed. Brian says, so excited for the Growout. We truly appreciate the team leads and all the effort you go through. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Last year, I think I may have shared this in an episode recently. Last year, had a member who, after the lists went up, told me she was leaving the group because she wasn't chosen. It was a pretty active member. It broke my heart. So we, in our signups and stuff and on the show and even some posts I've done, I've been really intentional about saying that you may not make a team and it's not personal, not at all. Kim says we'll be on the edge of our seats until tomorrow. Licia says, how do we get PayPal info if chosen to give mailing cost? Your team, captain, host, will send you their PayPal address. We'll cover it all in the post tomorrow. Michael says freeze-dried candy is my favorite. Have you had the Skittles? Oh my gosh. I think Jamie Lee Curtis mentioned them on, I love her. I think she mentioned them on her Instagram one time. Or no, she was on with Kathy Lee, maybe it was a while ago. She's like, you've got to try Friedels. I tried the Friedels. So gross, Heidi? Oh my God, they're amazing. Well, I think they're amazing. I've made freeze-dried Skittles for my granddaughter. Oh, they're so good. Looks like in the United States, the red dye that is legal here and illegal everywhere else, I think it became illegal as of like now, effective immediately. So, gosh, Skittles is going to have to find out how to make red the way the Europeans do it with like beet juice. God forbid. It's free Devi. Skittles freeze dried is awesome. It is. I want a freeze dryer too. Can we do that as a giveaway prize? Sure. Absolutely. Jen says, I bought a bunch of freeze dried candies. I think Samantha, you're right. Samantha Schaefer in her Homegrown Illinois is her website. She sells tomato seeds, but she's also got like a separate thing and she does freeze dried candies for sure. Tiffany agrees with me. Freeze dried Skittles are so good. Oh my gosh, Milk Duds. That must be good. Justin, hi Justin. The best vegan meats are the Lam Yang brand from Malaysia. And I'm going to stop the comments for here right now at Mike. Hey Mike, thanks for being here. Oh, one more. I see more in freeze-dried candy. One more. Kina says, I bought a pack of freeze-dried watermelon candy where the kids ate the whole packet myself. I bet that's good too. Okay. So what else did I have to say as far as announcements? Let's see. We've talked about the Growout. All right, I don't know what I'm doing here. Where's my list? Oh, let's taste a microdwarf. So this pathetic looking thing is a brand new variety. I've never seen it anywhere else from Tomato Eden. It's called Mini Me, not to be mistaken with Mini Mini or any of the other minis. It's Mini Me. As you can see, it's very small. I kind of abused it, which is why there's no foliage, but you've got to see. Let me try to do close up. This is special. It's got, first of all, it's very short, which is great for, if you want to grow inside, you don't have much room. See the stripes on it? But check these out. They have this gloss to them that's similar to Candy Berry. Can we see the stripes on it? It really isn't focusing very well, is it? A little bit. Aren't they beautiful? So I was going to taste it and do a whole post earlier today. I let them get super ripe, which I'm finding is best for most micros, super ripe. So adorable. Here they are. Mini Me. This is probably, 4 inches tall? It's one of the smaller ones. Let us taste this thing and look at it more closely. I haven't tasted something live in a while. I'm really excited about this one. Here's one you can see the stripes at the bottom of that one. All right. I need to save some for my photo shoot. I'm going to taste this one. Let's take a look at the inside. Well, here's the size. I would say it's your average micro size. See the gloss on it? Those of you that have grown Candy Berry would recognize this gloss. Let's look at the inside. I have a feeling it's going to be good, but I don't know. We'll see. Ooh. Ooh. Look at those beauties. Lots of seeds and goo. Absolutely beautiful. not anemic inside. It's deep red inside. I always hate tasting it because then I have less seeds to get. But let's do. I haven't used my refractometer in a while. That's not true. That's a lie. I hadn't used my refractometer in a while, but I was harvesting some more F3s of my drop the micro today, and I've got two variants I'm doing of the original drop the micro, and so I did a Brix test on them. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, it's respectable. 5.5, not the highest micro I've seen, not the lowest. It's good, she says hesitantly. It's not, it's very tangy. It definitely has flavor, unlike a lot of micros. I wish it had a little bit more sweetness. Let me taste it again. You know what? The sweet hits you very briefly right when you first dive into it. And then it tastes like a pretty good indeterminate tomato after that. Has lots of flavor, good flavor. And it's beautiful. So that is Mini Me. I think Tatiana at Tomato Agent is selling them. I think she sent some to me as a gift a while back, but I'm pretty sure she has them for sale. So that is Mini Me. Anybody else growing Mini Me? Have you grown Mini Me? If you like tang, you will like this, and not like tart or making you want to pucker. It's got, it's a similar flavor, I think, to Pa's Pride by Heidi Dolan, where that, and Kina would agree with me. She just did a review last week of Pa's Pride. She's the only other person I know of who has reviewed it other than me so far, and I got seeds early from Heidi. I got to grow it last summer, but she agrees it tastes like an indeterminate summer tomato. A lot of micros, they're like planter cute, really flavorless. This is not that. Big seeds. You're right, Kina. Ooh, I just ate the other half. I'm not going to eat any more because I need to save seeds, but they are big seeds for a micro. You're right. Eva says, so glossy. You're right. And the tomato's pretty. It is. I wonder if it had more foliage on it, if it would be more sweet. That's possible. Cynthia says it's so shiny looking. Oh, Kristen. Freeze-dried Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, my. We could talk about this all day. Sri Devi said I remember you telling me about this, Sri Devi. Last year, Costco had a special close to $900 off for Harvest Freeze Dryer on medium size. Yeah. I keep ordering tomato seeds like this. I'm not sure I can justify a freeze dryer, but maybe. They're getting to be very, very popular. All right. Should we talk tomatoes, gang? I think that's all I wanted to show you. You see this behind me. I do have some long keepers I want to show you, but it's kind of in relation to two long keeper varieties I'm going to showcase today. So we'll save that for a bit. I'm not forgetting about them. Where's my slideshow? Hello. Wrong slideshow. Here it is. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember if you watched last week, but inevitably every single episode there's one variety that I have on my outline that I intend to talk about, but I forgot in the graphic. This was last week's Green Velvet, it's called. I got seeds from Misha's Tomaten Wild Fault. And somebody can correct me. I thought it was Germany, but I think it might be Denmark. Kina, can you correct me on that? I know you've ordered from them before. Green Velvet, look at this tomato. Look at this tomato. It's got, maybe, I don't want to say most, maybe kind of most green when ripe tomatoes do develop an amber hue when they're completely ripe. But this one was more amber than most. I love, love, love. It's almost an ochre color on the outside with, green on the inside. And you can see from the photo on the left that it kind of seeps its way into the center. Even has a little bit of a blush in the center. I had this on my grow list or on my wish list for quite a while. And I was able to get it through his site. And I do have a link for you guys, I think. Green velvet. Don't really see it many places. So when I saw it there, I was excited. Okay, I'm putting it in the comments now, green velvet. Miche's Tomatenvielfalt says, it's hard to believe, but this is one of the sweetest, most aromatic tomatoes. And that he included it in his Miche's 21 best tomatoes. So that says something. He sells a lot of tomatoes. That's all. He's a man of many or of few words. He doesn't have much more to say about a lot of his varieties. But Tomato Faifu says it's a variety of unknown origin. The fruit is green, turning bronze yellow. That's what it is, bronze yellow. When fully ripe, flattened and weighing 150 to 250 grams, sometimes exceeding 400 grams. Dense emerald green flesh with a sweet and savory taste. I like that. Yeah, that's all I know about it. So that's green velvet. Eva, Kina, anybody grown green velvet before? Inquiring minds want to know about that. It is German. Okay, I thought so, Kina. Thank you. I thought so, and then I was looking on the site earlier today just to make sure I was right. Oh, you're saying the tomatoes German? Yeah? Or are you talking about the site? Because I couldn't find any origin known for this one. But yeah, if it's German, great. Deborah says, I have it, but haven't grown it yet. Brianna says, green velvet would be a great one to get a review on. I agree. Michael is German. I thought so. And then I doubted myself. And I was looking in like About Us section of his website, and it had, oh, silly me. It was .de, which I know is Austria, right? I was thinking Denmark. Wrong. That's DK, I think. Okay. I shouldn't doubt myself. Hi, Kyla. Green velvet looks amazing. Amazing. Ooh, Lucas. Freeze-dried tomato crack. Yeah. Hell yeah. Brianna says, I'm trying to narrow down the micros I will grow as we speak. Of course, I have been using Lauren's guide to help me decide. It's so helpful that there are heights, ratings, and pictures. Thank you. I'm so glad you think so. Yeah, that's definitely been an ongoing labor of love. And as soon as I find out about a new one, and I find out about them all the time, they go right on there. And Kina says she's got 2 ripe tomatoes of Pa's Pride she's eating tomorrow. Lucky girl. Lucky girl. Oh, okay, the site is German. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I don't know why I thought DE was Denmark. It's Austria. So, yes, this is from him. I think another one of his. Yes, I have another one of his I'm talking about today, too. So that's green velvet. Do I need more greens on my grow list for 2025? Do I need more green ones on my grow list for 2025? I do. And this one sounds fabulous. Oh, do they, Eva? Cleverhoff has a detailed description of green velvet. Interesting. Thank you. I will have to check that out. I did not know that. I'm pretty good at researching tomatoes, but once in a while I just miss the mark. Okay, the next one is a variety I just got in from, I actually placed an order with Tomato Faifu, which I wasn't going to do, and I'm not sure why I say that. They have nothing new that they're uploading this year. No new varieties. The owner told me, I don't know, stuff was going on staffing wise, and they have no new seeds to offer. But in my recent, obsession with Spanish tomatoes, I went in there and found some of the Spanish ones that I had been missing. And so this was on my grow list. I was kind of shocked I haven't grown, or I haven't, didn't have it already. But there's a lot of things that say Negro D or Rosa de. This one's called Negro de Santiago. A lot of the Spanish ones are pinks, which I'm excited about. Some of them have like this dark, kind of purplish look to them. And this one, the picture on the left, if you can see the interior of that, OMG, it looks incredible. So Negro de Santiago, this is a slow food arc of taste variety. And if you watch my show, you know what that means. But if you've never watched before, it's an organization that helps preserve regional varieties that may be in danger of extinction. So they do write-ups on it, and they do what they can to make sure that these really important varieties are preserved. So I'm a sucker for that. I'm a sucker for slow food arc of taste varieties. It originates from Galicia, Spain. Fruit of 120 to 150 grams of beefsteak type, usually slightly flattened, more or less deeply ribbed at the top and with rounded shoulders. Chocolate, dark purple, that's what it is, chocolate. Chocolate, dark purple skin, sometimes green, traces on the shoulders. Flesh and juicy flesh, intense, spicy, and rich flavor. I'm sure by now you guys know like the key words that will make me want to grow something. Spicy, rich, rare, almost extinct. Intense is another one, or extreme. Intense, spicy, and rich flavor. Plant with moderate development, regular foliage, indeterminate growth, average but regular production from mid-season until frost. And then on the Arc of Taste site, it says it's a black, medium to large tomato variety from Galicia. Intense dark red in color. The fruit has an irregular shape and an average weight of 130 grams. Santiago black tomatoes, which is what this translates to in English. It's Santiago black. Medium to, said that. Are available only for a brief period in summer, typically in July when the temperature is between 20 to 30 degrees Celsius during the day and around 17 Celsius at night. It has fleshy pulp and a strong, sweet, and slightly acidic flavor. It does not store easily and becomes soft within days of being harvested. It is often eaten by itself, cut into slices, and served with no seasoning. It is also, and that tells you a lot, or tells me a lot. It's also used to make preserves and jams and paired with cheese. In 2012, only 4 farmers grew the Santiago black tomato and regularly saved its seeds. An agricultural research center helped repopularize the variety and prevent its extinction. Now, an increasing number of farmers grow the Santiago black tomato for market. So let me get you the link. I forget. I want to say that Tomato Faifu sold out, but you can probably find it elsewhere. Did I not put it up? Yeah. I forgot to put up the link, but Tomato Faifu has it listed. Fifou, however you pronounce it. They're who I got the seeds from. And the photo on the right is from them. I forget who the photo on the left is. Jardín de Saubens. That one is a real grabber. Has anybody grown Negro de Santiago? Spicy, says Teresa. I know. Hi, Teresa. Glad you're here. How beautiful. Absolutely more greens. I know, Jerry. Yesterday I was at the dentist, and last year was the first year I brought he's a really big pepper grower, but he also grows tomatoes. And I had been telling him, like, that I'm a big grower. I said we're Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head on social media. And I told him I could bring him some seedlings. I don't think he thought I was serious. So last year I brought in like a big tray of kind of leftover pepper and tomato seedlings that I had. And I brought them in during like his lunch break or something. And he took the entire tray. And I hadn't seen him since then. So actually, well, I saw his son is also now in the practice. I've been seeing his son. But he found me yesterday when I got there and said that he loved them all and that he didn't know. I guess I forgot to tell him that there's some green when ripe tomatoes in there because he said they waited and waited and waited for it to ripen and it just kept getting soft. And, you know, I'm so used to green when ripes. They're my favorites, those in green tricolors. So he said his wife went to go pickle them and then realized they're just so, by the time they got to them, way too soft. But I said, well, what did you think of them? And he said they were great. And so many people just don't grow them because we eat with our eyes, right? And it looks like an unripe tomato. You think it's going to taste like a tomato you would slice up for fried green tomatoes. And it's obviously not that at all, those of you who grow greens. So if you have ever, or if you haven't grown a green when ripe and you want to try, honestly, I recommend starting with Malachitovaia shkatulka or Malachite box. It's my favorite green when ripe so far. And you've got to trust me. Close your eyes if you can't think of eating it. And you can tell when it's ripe just by giving it a little squeeze, and the finish changes too. The finish gets a little more glossy. When they're unripe, they're more of a matte finish, most of them. And then they also turn that amber color that we talked about on the last one. Yeah, so I may have converted him to greens. Newsflash, he's getting more this year. Anybody grown this one? Ricky Larson, about the Growouts and other swaps. Can I expect to receive mail in Denmark with seeds from like the United States, or does it normally get lost in customs? It really depends. It really depends. I would say you're probably fine. I don't think I've ever had a trade lost by customs, but I have had some orders that have confiscated customs. So it's a chance. It's a chance you take. I don't think I've had problems with Denmark at all, but that's just my personal experience. Some countries are more strict than others. Australia is one of them. Satya says, yes, sold out. Sorry. Who has it in stock, Satya? Did I miss another comment? Not sure who has it in stock. Not sure if USA shipping. Cultiv Taru has Negro de Santiago. Them I know they don't ship to the United States, but you know, I'm not sure how hard to find it is. I didn't really go any further than tomato FIFO. I must have gotten one of the last ones then. And Jen says, some of my favorite tomatoes are GWR. I know it. And Laura says, I've not grown a Spanish variety yet. This looks good. It does look good, doesn't it? So many of them. And I was talking with a friend in the group who sent me just yesterday. She's Spanish. Sent me this huge pack of Spanish seeds just because she knows I'm obsessed with them. Stuff I've never seen. Oh, I wish I didn't put that one away. There's one that's special from this one vendor that I haven't seen anywhere else. It's a green one ripe with like red stripes. I'm totally growing it. Yeah, a lot of we were talking about it yesterday. I thanked her for sending them to me. Had no idea she was sending me all these seeds. And she thanked me for bringing them kind of to the attention of the tomato world because so many of them look just boring. They look red, they look pink. A lot of them look the same. However, the taste is another story. And so I'm growing a ton. So even though right now the Spanish Growout is not full, and I'll put up how many spots there are tomorrow, I'm personally growing a ton. So same with Sophia, growing a ton. So, and stuff that hasn't been signed up for. So if you are chosen for one of those Growouts, and it's not just me, I know the other captains are growing things in theirs also. So it's more than just what you see signed up for. Yvette agrees Cultiv Taru is there. Eric says, I have a few GWR tomatoes to try this year. I've never tried one yet. Oh, Eric, how can we be friends and this not be true, my friend? If you need seeds for Malachite box, let me know. Let me know. Karen says, ooh, Negro de Santiago. Oh, Sophia, Tomato Fest has it. That's good to know. Yes, they definitely ship to the United States. I haven't ordered from them in a long time. But that's good to know. Tomato Fest, Gary Ibsen's Tomato Fest. Cynthia says, I had my first GWR, the green one, ripe tomato this year, and I loved it. Green Giant, I think it was. I've heard good things about Green Giant. I've never grown it. This year I'm growing Malachite box, and I can't wait. Good. You have to let me know what you think. Oh, Bad Skins Gardens has it too. Now I'm back to Green Velvet. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, they've got a lot of good stuff. I did an unboxing for them about a month and a half ago. Kino agrees. You're in for a treat, Eric. Oh, yes, I remember this, Jen. The only trade that never made it was to South Africa, but I got theirs in a year and a half. I've traded with a lot of countries. Yeah, as have I. I don't think I've done South Africa, but I've done tons of countries, and I don't think anybody has told me that it was lost in the sauce, so to speak. This is a good question, Deanna. How many plants does one have to grow in a Growout? We try to be the least micromanaging as possible. We don't have those set rules. However, if you want to be safe, 2 would be good. 2 would be great. I had, and not just me, Kina, Jen, and myself, we had some that weren't able to fulfill their commitment last year because it was a bad growing year for so many people, and that's completely understandable. So it's always good to have a backup. Do you need it? No, you don't. You don't. But, if you just never know what's going to happen to you. I mean, weather is weather. And a lot of my dropouts last year were due to circumstances, dog dying, cat dying, things like that. Unfortunately, I wasn't told until like mid-October, which is a bit too late. But yeah, if you're chosen, 2 would be safe if you've got the room for it. Do you have to? No, we don't ask for proof of that. A year and a half. Wow. It's a year and a half. What did I miss? Not sure. I don't know if you guys remember. I think I showed it last week. A year and a half made me think of my longest living micro, which is Vilma, which I planted on August 10th, 2022. 2.5 years old. I looked at it today. It's coded. I'm officially calling it. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to cry. It's dead. It's dead. We go back a long time, that Vilma and I. There was one stem that was still green. There were 2. One was dead, one was green. I cut off the dead one, and the green one went right along with it. So thank you, Vilma, for furnishing me with these past 2.5 years of delicious tomatoes. I'm going to miss you. I really am. She's my girl. If you're looking for a variety that you can continue to grow and get harvests from, Vilma is a good one. Joe Chalos would be also. I haven't tried growing that one as long, but some of them are indeterminates or super determinates. No, I'm glad you asked the question, Deanna. It's a really good question. Akina said, I would grow 2 to be sure you get 150 to 200 seeds. Yeah, that depends on the variety too. I mean, some varieties have lots of seeds, like banana smar, some don't. But I would say it's safe to grow 2 plants. You can't having a backup is a smart thing, especially when you've committed to the rest of your team. But even if your 2 die, things happen. Things do happen. Unfortunately, the $6 is not refundable. So you get a lot for $6. You get shipping, you get a padded envelope, you get lots more seeds than you would expect, but that's probably the safe bet. Tiffany, do you prefer malachite box only fresh, or have you, like for fried green tomatoes? No, I haven't done it for fried green tomatoes. I prefer it fresh and ripe. I mean, you can really, in my experience, you can use any unripe tomato for fried green tomatoes. I might opt to choose, usually I do it at the end of the season. I don't want to take the ripening away from any of them. But yeah, I find for me, I think once they're fried, I've got a great recipe for them. They kind of all taste the same when they're just unripe green tomatoes. Um, but yeah, malachite, you don't want really any ripe green tomato. It would just turn to mush. So you would want to do it, maybe with varieties you have a lot of fruits for, you can do it with that. Kristen, hi Kristen, having a tough time choosing between Green Giant or Frog Princess for my GWR this year. If anybody can give her advice, I haven't grown either one of them, believe it or not. I have seeds for them, but I've never grown them. Hey Kristen, glad you're here. If you joined us late, make sure you type in hashtag tomato in the comments. Eva Lena is giving away to 5 people. I'll do a drawing at the end of the episode. You can choose 5 varieties from her Instagram page, which is Tomato Cravings. So thank you again, Eva Lena. Very, very generous. And I haven't given away prizes in a while because I've been playing catch up with all the seed wishes I've been granting, and then vendors and things like that. So Eva saves the day. Thank you very much. Rowena, I had 2 that never arrived in Italy. Interesting. From Italy, you mean? Oh, you sent to Italy. That's interesting. I hadn't heard that one before. Good to know. Bad Skin, Missy, yes, Bad Skins does ship to the United States. I did. You look on my YouTube channel, Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head, which you're probably watching this on. I did an unboxing just, maybe a month to 6 weeks ago. So you can see what you get and, how it's packaged, what the packages look like. I've been ordering from them for several years now, and they're great. Eric says, I can't wait. I have malachite box and green doctors and maybe one more GWR. Good for you. Good for you. I hope you enjoy them. How is she, Vilma? Well, she's been better, but I think she worked hard for 2.5 years. She gave me the most delicious tomatoes. She's still in probably top 2 or 3 of my favorite micro dwarfs. And she was tired. She was tired, swamp bitch. So I have to peacefully let her go. A year and a half in regards to my South African trade. That's right. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. All right. Hey, Nicole. R.I.P. Vilma. I know. She's sad. I could get up and get her to show you, but it just looks like a brown stick sticking out of the soil. I wish I had, in the slideshow, I wish I had pictures of her in her glory days. She got big and bushy. Actually I started growing her in a coffee mug on my windowsill, and then she graduated. I kept up potting, and yeah, she's a good girl, that Vilma. I have to start more seeds. I never thought I'd have to say that. Oh, gotcha. All right, I'm behind in the comments. Thanks, Mike. Jen's post about Africa. Yeah, it does suck, Jen. I know. Rest in peace, dear celebrity. I know. She was great. Bye, Kina. Good night. Good night. Hi, Corrine. Nice to see you here. Thanks for being here. Getting a lot of... Oh, I've got lots of pictures of Vilma, and I do have her seeds. Yes, I do. I've got lots of great pictures of Vilma. I'm like a proud like grandma with like tons of pictures of my Vilma. Maybe probably not today. It's a busy day, and like I said, I'm not feeling all that great. But maybe tomorrow, after we get the grow out things put up, I'll put like an obituary and show her in her glory days. She was wonderful. It was Etsy store. Let me show you. It's not an Etsy store that I'm aware of. It's Tomato Cravings on Instagram. Hang on, let me get back to her page. Well, I've got it in a banner here. Yes, you want to look on her Instagram page if you're a winner, at Tomato Cravings on Instagram. She's got a beautiful, beautiful page there. Okay, let's move on. All right, what's after Negro de Santiago? The good news is I don't even have 10 varieties today. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a short show. I mean, we're already an hour, 20 minutes in, but one or two shorter. This one I don't even know how to pronounce, but it's from Ukraine. It's called Bukovinsky. Bukovinsky. Bukowinski. Maybe the V is a W. I'm not really sure. I got seeds for this from Experimental Farm Network. If you don't know Experimental Farm Network, they are a great site, not just tomatoes, but with all kinds of things. I'm always singing the praises of a special basil that is, why can I not think of it now? It's African. Oh my gosh, it's like this basil I give to everybody. Not the African blue basil, but Mrihani, African blue, and opal basil, purple. Mrihani African and opal basil. That's what it is. So it's green mixed with a purple, and it's just the most beautiful basil. Every plant is different. You get some with ruffled leaves, you get some without ruffled leaves, you get like, it kind of looks like tie-dye, a lot of green, a lot of purple. Beautiful. Anyway, they sell it. They sell seeds for that on Experimental Farm Network, along with all kinds of things from Joseph Lofthouse, who is well-known breeder of landrace tomatoes. He's well known. I think he has his own variety, Joseph Lofthouse landrace, something like that. Bicolor landrace, I think. So I got seeds from here. It's also known as Bukovinsky Mestny. And they say it's a lovely teardrop-shaped tomato from Ukraine. So the point of Experimental Farm Network, let me just backtrack a little bit, is they have all kinds of experimental stuff on there, which is a lot of fun. Lots of experimental lettuces and things like that. I've ordered, summer squash through them. And like I said, that basil is a staple. And they've got a number of tomatoes. Lovely teardrop-shaped tomato from Ukraine, likely from the mountainous Bukovinsky Pass region in southwestern Ukraine's Carpathian Mountains. This is one of the largest pear-shaped tomatoes we've seen, and one of the most crack-resistant and best tasting with rich red flesh. So for those of you who like yellow pear, that one splits a lot. And these definitely seem to look larger, and they're red, obviously. Many of the world's best tasting tomatoes hail from Ukraine, so we shouldn't be surprised to have stumbled on this one. We got our seed stock from the USDA's National Plant Germplasm System, which labels it as Bukovinsky Mestny, though the original records state that it was simply Bukovinsky, so that's the name we're using. Ironically enough, this tomato was donated to the USDA in May 1962 by the legendary Vavilov Institute, the National Agricultural Institute of the USSR, just a few months before the Cuban Missile Crisis. We always find it equal parts astounding and heartening that even as the US and the USSR were approaching the most dangerous low point in their Cold War relationship, agricultural scientists on both sides were still collaborating with each other for the benefit of humankind. That is why I chose this tomato to be on the show today. I wouldn't normally pick a red pear, but I love the stuff that they offer, and that story really just warmed my heart. And it says, so this tomato is not only a delicious heirloom, it's also an important object lesson for us all. Our seed was grown by our dear friends Mud Forte and Harry Matthews in Sicklersville, New Jersey. Anybody grown this before? I'm behind. What, I agree. Isn't it a wonderful story? I agree. Loved it. And Teresa, that's so awesome. What does it say about flavor? Oh, let me reread it. One of the largest pear-shaped tomatoes we've seen, and one of the most crack-resistant and best tasting, with rich red flesh. That's important too. So you can get that at Experimental Farm Network. I think I do have a link for that. I don't. I'm a slacker. Did I put up a link for Green Velvet? I don't know if I did or not. It's sitting here. I'll put it in the comments again. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. But I'll put it up again. And apparently you can get it at Bad Skim's Garden also. So that's Bukovinsky. I don't see anybody saying they've grown it, so have to find out. Maybe after this year, some of you will grow it. Isn't it amazing how many tomatoes there are? It's just mind-blowing. It's really just mind-blowing. Okay, here's another one from Miche's Tomaten Vielfalt from Austria. And I can't find information anywhere else but there. It's called mustard. And I love the colors of these. I don't even know what to compare it to. I can see where they would name it mustard, but it's also got it's like a peach color with like a red hue to it. And I love that interior shot, lots of seeds and goo, which is why I ordered it from them. I didn't search a lot, but I searched enough where, you can't just search mustard seed because, for obvious reasons, mustard tomato seeds, I wasn't coming up with much either. Lucas is correcting me, Germany, not Austria. Thank you. Thank you, Lucas. Mustard, it's beautiful. I agree, isn't it? I'm not sure I've seen much with this coloring on it. And Jen says, love that name and its colors, so pretty. Oh, Brianna, you're so right. It's like an orange creamsicle color. It is. With a little bit of pink hue on it, too. And Rowena, you're right also. It almost looks like an apricot color. You're right. More so than mustard, right? Here's what I know about mustard, and this is from the Miche's Tomaten Vielfalt site. Incredibly sweet, fruity tomato, two-colored, good yield, stable, healthy plants, looks and tastes absolutely excellent. So I don't know if it's one of his or not. He does have his own varieties. The fact that he says stable leads me to believe it's not that old. But I'm excited that I ordered it because it looks unbelievable. These shows, I'm my own grow list disruptor because I do I feel like I'm doing well on my grow list. I'm actually cutting some things off like I wanted to. And then I do the show and and I look at this and I read about it. I'm like, I really need to add that back. This was actually never on my grow list for this year, but I think it might be now. It's also pronounced Michi. We had a friend by that name. I was thinking it was Miche, but Michi. Good to know. Thank you, Drew. And Teresa says, looks like the images I've seen from melon liqueur. Yes, that's that's a Sophia variety, is it not? Yeah, those of you in the Sophia Growout are going to be in for a treat. I'm growing a ton of hers this year, and Spanish. and Kentucky heirloom too. I'm growing a few of those too. So that's mustard. The next two are long keepers. And as much as I am disrupting my own grow list and trying to, hack away at it, I was at 150. I would love to get it to 125. I can do 150. I've done 150. I think 125 would be more manageable. We'll see what we end up with. I'm not starting seeds until end of March, early April. My first I stagger them now. But I forgot all about lawn keepers. And I wanted to show you guys the status of some of my lawn keepers. So it is January 16th. This is Anna Rita, still looking good. I was thinking today that when I was going to show some of my lawn keepers, that it was about a year ago this time I was in Florida in Destin with my parents. I'm going later this year. I'm leaving in a couple weeks. But I was down there and I did a live show with Evan Gregoire from Heirloom Seed House, and he came on and showed us his lawn keepers. I don't know if any of you watched that show, but I was looking at it through the computer being like, oh my gosh, it's January and he's got tomatoes. And look, so do I. That's Anna Rita, which you can get from Uprising Organics. There's a special one from Spain, given to me by a member from Spain. I only have one left. It's Ramelet Cal Papa. And Deb, if you're still there, just for the heck of it, this is a, I'm going to say Chef Guy Guetta. Not typically, or not officially a lawn keeper, but I probably picked these in July. No joke. I think I tasted one live on the air and it wasn't all that great. This is, for flavor, this was my favorite. Diserbo Toscano Bombolino. Very high brick score. In the 8s, I want to say. Let's see what it tastes like now. Not as good. It's very, very sweet. I got these seeds from Italy, from a company called seedshunters.com. Yeah. Didn't hold up well. Let's try Anna Rita. You can see some of them are shriveled, and I've had to throw some out that start rotting a little bit. But this is Anna Rita. Well, it's got very thick skin. No. Not great. But these I've been snacking on because I got so many of them. Let me take this off. I got so many of them. The plant was a monster. And I picked so many. I talk about it all the time. It's called Banyel Bufar, variety from Spain. Got seeds from Great Lakes Staple Seeds Company. They're very hard to find if you're in the United States anyway. And I've been snacking on these and I know they're still good. They are. That's very interesting. Very interesting. The plant had more fruit. And that's, a great thing if you want to grow lawn keepers. It also got to be, I'm not even joking, the plant was like 10 feet tall. Not as good as fresh, don't get me wrong, but better than those other ones. So I'm a big fan of Banyel Bufar. Anyway, I digress once again. I want to grow lawn keepers again next year, this year, in 2025. I may do Banyel Bufar again, but I really want to try some new ones. And I keep forgetting, like I didn't put them on my grow list. I didn't count them as, part of the 150, and I need to. I don't do hanging basket or ampelis varieties or micro dwarfs in my 150 because those micros I can do on my deck and in my green stalks. Hanging varieties I also do in deck railing planters or in a hanging basket. But lawn keepers, I did a couple in grow bags last year, but they do much better in ground. So I've got two, and Jen, you may know one of the ones I'm talking about because we just talked about it yesterday. I've chosen two that I have to grow. This first one is called Winter Heart. I'm not sure, and I manage the Longkeeper resource list for TLC. Kina, Jen, and I each do many. It's not just me, offering these resource sheets. But I manage this one, and so I'm not sure I've seen many other hearts that are Longkeepers. But a couple months ago, I got seeds from a member from Mongolia who I haven't seen around at all lately. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. And he sent me a whole bunch of Longkeepers, including this one. You can see, how cool is that package? I don't know what the Santa Claus is for, if it was a special edition or if it's just saying you can eat these at Christmas, but I love the looks of this. And so I have to grow it just because it's so pretty. You've sold me. I'm going to have to grow a Longkeeper now. Which ones are those, says Teresa? Banyal Bufar. I'll put it in the, I'll make a banner for it. I wanted them something awful last year. I had read that they were the best tasting Longkeeper, so of course I searched high and low. I only found it one place, and that was at Great Lakes Staple Seeds Company. But they're an interesting, let me try to pull it up, see if they're up. Kina, or Jen, I know you're still here. I don't know if you remember last year I was in Florida. Oh, they're accepting seed orders again. They only accept seed orders for a couple weeks. And with Banyal Bufar, you could only order one pack. I just put this up. You can order one pack at a time. They're the only place I could find it. Santa, I know, isn't it beautiful? A Longkeeper heart, isn't it really pretty? Let's take a look, see if they have it. They sold out really quickly. Do you remember that, Jen? I'm in Florida at my parents', and I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to try to get these things. Let me share the screen here. One of the owners in our group, wrong screen. So it's GreatLakesStapleSeeds.com. Let's search. They've got some great varieties. They sell a lot of things that are slow food arc of taste varieties. Oh, this might be good. Look at that. I don't know if you can see. It says unavailable. Not sure if they did have them or if they're sold out. I don't know. My guess is they didn't restock them, but I don't know. And they're not open, at least they haven't been any other time of the year. They're really, selling seeds is just kind of a side gig for them. They do a lot of educational talks and things like that. They're really nice people. So yeah, that was my one and only source. I've given a lot of seeds away though, so perhaps in the future, Banyal Bufar will be, and I'm sure those of you in Spain can get it very easily. Here in the United States, not so much, but it's a good one. All right, so let's get back to Winter Heart, Longkeeper. And they do sell this one at a few places I saw. Nikotovka, am I pronouncing that one right? And organicseeds.com, they sell it. They say it's a late ripening variety. The plant is only 70 centimeters high, which is what? That is 28 inches, pretty short. Large, beautiful, round fruits weighing 200 to 250 grams. That's a good size for a Longkeeper. They're light yellow, used for fresh consumption under the right conditions, can be stored until the spring. So this feels like a no-brainer, not to mention the packet is just way too cute. And then there's another one, which I was talking to Jen about yesterday. I just sent her seeds for. I have a desk full of things that I've ordered, and I break it up by vendor, and I keep them in baggies to log into my inventory spreadsheet when I get time. So I have some orders that are well over a year old. I do know what I've ordered. I put the orders on my spreadsheet so I can easily find and search to see if I have something. But the official logging, and if any of you have ever seen my spreadsheet, it has the variety with a link. It's got photos. It's got all the information I can find about it. So it does take time. And I found this one yesterday from not this order from Tomato Faifu, but last year's order from Tomato Faifu. And I noticed that I got 2 packets of it. So I'm wondering why. And then I looked and reminded myself why. This is Ciliadino selection from Claudio Procchietto. It's from Italy. It is a long keeper. Tomato Faifu says variety from Italy selected by Claudio Procchietto, who's a collector. Small, bright red fruit weighing 30 to 40 grams, gathered in a cluster arranged in a fishbone pattern. Oval plum type, more or less flattened on the thickness, ending in a point strong resemblance to Pianolo del Vesuvio, which is probably the most famous long keeper, I would say, the one that most people know about. Juicy and consistent flesh, sweety, fruity, delicious flavor. Listen to this. Due to its high sugar content, it can be used to make sauces and coulis. Vigorous plant with great development, abundant regular foliage, indeterminate growth, excellent production, good conservation of fruits after picking. Has anybody grown this by chance? I haven't seen it anywhere other than Tomato Faifu, but once I reread the description, I'm like, that's why I ordered 2 packets of it. You're talking about Danielle Bouffard. You were so pumped you got them. I was, and I tried placing separate orders to order more Danielle Bouffard. I thought maybe it's only like 1 per order. No, 1 total. I guess they didn't have that many seed packets. Yeah, not available. It's a bummer. Rowena, I was thinking the same thing. Winter Heart sounds like it could be grown in a container. Absolutely. At 28 inches tall, maybe you don't need to waste a garden spot for it. Maybe you can do it in a grow bag container, whatever. I was thinking the exact same thing. I get excited when things are can be grown in a container. Frees up more garden spots. So that is Ciliegino selection from Claudio Procchietto from Italy. Anybody grown it? I don't think so. If you're just joining us, make sure you type in, hashtag tomato. I'm going to be doing a live drawing. We only have a couple more, 3 more. And then Eva Lena Kangasama is giving away to 5 people. You can choose 5 varieties from her Instagram shop, which is called Tomato Cravings. Very generous gift. Thank you, Eva Lena. All right, what's the next one? This one I just recently got from a friend where I had an epic trade. George Detsikas Italian Red, another Italian one. And usually I write down where I get the information. Hang on. I think I have a link for, all right. I've got a link for Winter Heart from Niktovka. That's what it is, Niktovka. I'm slipping. You can tell I'm always a hot mess. You can tell I'm not quite myself today. That's all right. So that is the link I just put in the comments for Winter Heart. And then what else do I have? I have a link for the one I just showed, this Ciliadino selection from Claudio Procchietto from Tomato Faifu. Put that in the comments. There we go. Christina G, 88 in stock. Is that for the winter heart you're talking about? Or the Ciliegino Claudio Procchietto? Um, all right, I think I'm caught up with all that. So George Detzica's Italian red. Do I have a link for this? Let's check, shall we? Yes, I do. Secret Seed Cartel. I think it may be out of stock. I forget. You can check. I love Secret Seed Cartel. I heart it so much. They are well known for only growing things that they really love. They're actually growing my Bananas Noir this year, which is quite a honor for sure. I love Terry and what they do over there in France. If you're looking for Banyel Bouffar, I would encourage you to put it in Seed Seeking Saturday or Your Most Wanted. There may be a little bird who can help you out with that. All right, let's read about this one. George Detzica's Italian Red. It says, another grower shared these family heirloom. Oh, this is from Secret Seed Cartel, this description. Share these family heirloom seeds with me. They have been grown for over 25 years by George Detzicas, who obtained them from an Italian man that had brought them over from Italy. These are so beautiful. Most grow over 1 pound and are blemish free. No cracks or cat facing. Extremely meaty. Excellent sauce maker. The texture is a bit on the softer side. Very intense tomato flavor, which is why it was on my wish list. And when I traded with this friend who had many things on my wish list, I was very excited she had this. Very intense tomato flavor that's right up my alley. Surprisingly early for such a large tomato. The first one to ripen in my garden this year. Very productive. Has anybody grown this one? George Detzica's Italian Red. Guess not. It looks great. Looks great. All right, moving on. It wouldn't be an episode without a Sofia Sakova variety. This one's called Maple Heart, not to be mistaken with maple syrup. I am growing this year. There's no question. As soon as I got seeds, I knew I was growing it this year. Sophia's site says it's a cross of maple syrup and cardinal on straw, two of her very famous varieties that have been out for a few years now. A novelty of my selection, it's an F6, shows excellent stability, but the probability of splitting at this stage of selection still exists. Mid-early, indeterminate, grows to 1.8 meters in a greenhouse. Fruits are round, heart-shaped, come in the form of a boat. Yeah, I could see that. 200 to 500 grams. I have an average of 300 to 350 grams, although there were also over 500 gram fruits. That's big. The color of the fruit is very beautiful, olive yellow, turning into pink and ochre. The pulp is tricolor, tasty and sweet, fleshy, at the same time juicy, aromatic. Juicy and aromatic. Maple Heart is a wow. Maple Heart is, I think you can all agree, it's a Lauren tomato, for sure, that look. Corrine says Maple Heart is stunning. I love the color. Me too. Wow, yummy. Oh, Deb's piping in. It's a Deb tomato too. Ooh, maple. Hello, Maple Heart, for sure. Hey, Mountain Mule Hardwoods. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Winter Heart from Nikotavka, not available in the U.S. Yeah, they've made their rules. They keep changing their rules every year. But I would try. Well, Google it. But I also found it organicseeds.top. Am I right about that? I'm not sure if they ship to the United States. I think they do. Lucas, Thomas has which one? Are we talking about the George Detzicas? So Thomas Seidel has this. He is in Austria, and he is Tomatenflüsterer. He's in our group. Technically doesn't ship to the United States, but if you private message him, you can maybe work something out. And Amanda says, I think I need to add George to my wish list. It does sound good, doesn't it? Lisa says, beautiful. Kim Pierce, oh my goodness, how did I not know about Maple Heart? Gorgeous. I think the only place some of these Sophia varieties are listed right now are on her site in Russia, which, unless you have an ability to order from Russia or have a Russian credit card or something, you can't get. But after this year, you will find it at other vendors. I think this is one of the ones that you can find maple syrup, you can find Cardinal on straw, but I'm not sure you can find Maple Heart this year. I'm very, very fortunate to have it and very lucky. Oh, this is a good marriage here, Teresa. Looks like Thorburns and Tarek and Ananas Moore had a gorgeous baby. Yeah, it does. You're right. You're right. Lisa Lloyd's is gorgeous. And what a stunner. And Lucas says, yes, the George Detsicus Italian red, you can find it at Tomaten Flusterer. Or look up Thomas Seidel is in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. And you can click on him and message him. You can guide him. He's got a wonderful site. I did an unboxing of his last year because he and I did a trade. So, yeah, he's got some wonderful things and some really interesting crosses, too. Kelly says, being Canadian, I feel I need to grow Maple Heart. You just do. You just do. I think you're entitled, Kelly. Nicole, no. I'll read the description again. It's a cross using maple syrup. It's a cross of maple syrup and Cardinal on straw, both varieties of hers. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, and you get this. The photo on both of these photos are from different. Are they from different sites? No, they're not. They're both from her site. So I guess you maybe not completely stable. It's an F6, so you know what? When it comes to her stuff, I don't care if it's stable or not. Bring it on. Just like I feel that way with Jarson's too, and Kazula's. Pretty much anything. I don't care if it's stable or not. I like having fun and seeing what happens. Kristen says, wow, I need that one. South Dakota Living. Hi, South Dakota Living. Oh, the Maple Heart. I know. This is one of Sophia's. It is. And it is on the breeder resource sheet I created of hers, which you can find in our group guides. Yeah, all of you in Canada need to get your hands on Maple Heart. Long as everything goes well, I am growing it this year. I'll be saving lots and lots of seeds. I love it too. Okay, one more, which is another Lauren tomato. This one I don't think will be, I think probably a lot of you, especially ones that if you order from overseas, you've probably heard of it. But I haven't showcased it on my show yet. Look at this baby. Baton de Fertilité or Fertility Baton. Kind of looks like Cuban salami, doesn't it? I love the looks of this thing. I got my seeds from Lux Tomatoes, but I know Graf Samina has it. I know Tomato Eden has it. This might be the first year people are selling it, but somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like if it was available before this year, I definitely would have it already. What a name, I know. And Rowena, yes, it definitely belongs on Canadian grow list, and Vermont grow is right with the maple leaf also. It does look like a salami. It does. There's a variety called Cuban salami, and there's a couple different versions. There's like a red Cuban salami and all that. I haven't grown it, but it looks very similar to this. And Sathi, what an interesting tomato. It is. So I actually got this information from Sophia's site, which is saminatomatov.ru. She says, you can't take your eyes off such a beauty. The bush is tall, the variety is mid-early, bears fruit until frost. The fruits are pepper-shaped with a nose, which nose, when they talk about a nose, it usually means like a point at the bottom. Their weight, 150 to 300 grams. The color is amazing, a mixture of emerald, raspberry burgundy, and golden stripes. The fruits are low juice, fleshy, sweetish taste. Suitable for processing, drying. Yeah, so that's anybody grow this one. I know it's a little bit of a stretch because I'm not sure if it's been available, but oh, you're right, Sue. It reminds me of the tulips from Tatiana Nagel. It definitely does remind me of the tulips from Tatiana, for sure. Although my big festival tulip green this year was a fat version of it, but it was fantastic. Um, Hi, Anthony. Looks like a poblano pepper that's not green. It does. It does. It looks very meaty. What else? She says sweet, fleshy, Swedish taste, low juice. And that was the case with Big Festival Tulip Green, also very low juice. In fact, when we sliced into it, I don't know if you guys remember, I think I posted a video. We waited and waited and waited for it to ripen because it wasn't getting soft. And the thing is, it doesn't get soft. We sliced into it. When you sliced into it, it sounded like you were cutting an apple because it just had this like a crisp taste, and it was delicious, absolutely delicious. Brianna needs that meaty monster. Oh, that's a good one, Deb. Could be grown in Jen's naughty tomato grow out. Yes, absolutely. And Linda says the same thing. Could be grown in naughty names. Yes, absolutely. Fertility baton. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but you're right. It looks like one Jen would want to grow. Jen's probably growing it for all I know. Are you, my friend, if you're still here? So that's it. Let's look at all the ones we talked about today. Green Velvet, Negro de Santiago from Spain, Bukovinsky, which I got from Experimental Farm Network. I'm sure you can find that elsewhere too. Mustard. I haven't seen that anywhere other than Misha's Tomaten Wildfalt. I know I'm butchering that name, but look at the color on this. My goodness. Winter Heart. Excited for that, for sure. And I don't know what happened to our friend from Mongolia. He's disappeared. This is super sweet. Longkeeper Ciliegino Selection Claudio Procchietto from Italy. George Detzicus Italian Red. That one is available from Tomaten Fluster from Thomas Seidel. Maple Heart, cross between maple syrup and Cardinal on Straw. And Fertility Baton. Fertility Baton or Baton de Fertilité. And that one, if you Google that name, you'll find it at a lot of overseas vendors. Probably nothing in the United States yet, but definitely overseas vendors who do ship to the United States. So that's it. So now we get to give away prizes, which I haven't done in a long time. Let us. Aw, I love spending time with you too. Thank you for watching. It means a lot. Satya says, such a fun show. Gets us through the next 65 days till spring. Counting, yeah. Licia, lovely show. Thank you for all the great tomatoes. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Every week is different. Every week I'm like obsessed with new things. I do have a list of things like possibilities to discuss in the future, but really like I compile the actual list day of and the slides, because for me it's not fun without the slides. I like to show it, like this is why I'm obsessed with it, and share the information. Oh, I'm sure you'll find something on Google for that one. Yeah, good point. Oh, thank you, Dana. You find all the fun ones. Thank you. There's so many fun ones. That's the great thing. And like my friend who sent me all those Spanish varieties I was telling you about yesterday. I wish I had the seed packet for the one I want to show you guys, because I'm going to get it. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to show it. All right. Let me show it bigger. So you don't see many Spanish tomatoes that look like this. You just don't. It's an F7 Verde Rojo de Sierra Pando. And I asked my friend who sent me all of these, and there's so many other rare ones too. She's friends with a gentleman who runs a Cantabria tomato festival each year in Spain. I had asked her if he sells seeds. She got them, but I think they're friends because she's Spanish. I asked her about it because I'm like, I put it in my spreadsheet. I always like to link, and I can't find it at all. But he's the one that bred this beauty. So there's no way I'm not growing this. No way I'm not growing this. Verde Rojo de Sierra Pando, which Verde Rojo means green red in Spanish. Okay, let's give away some prizes. Let me get up. Oh, hope I didn't close it. Oh no, I got it. Okay, let's get rid of this. That's a bummer about the Banyal Bufar. They did say they start taking seed orders again on January 3rd, but that is not among them. Hang on. Okay. Stop. It's the wheel's spinning and I haven't asked it to yet. Oh, and I just won. Hang on, I have to show you this thing. It accidentally spun and I didn't want it to. And look, I won. I won. All right, let me restart. So again, this is a wonderful, very generous prize from Evelina Kangasama. Her site, you want to go on her Instagram, and you can message me or private message her directly if you'd like a direct link. But at the very least, you want to subscribe or follow her on Instagram. It's at Tomato Cravings, and you get to choose 5 varieties of your choice, obviously, which is incredibly generous. And we're doing this 5 times. So good luck, everybody, except for Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. Okay, let's do this again. Restart. Okay, first winner. Kathleen Murray. Congratulations, Kathleen. That's number 1. Lucky. Okay. I am showing this, right? I've been known to. Okay, I am. All right. Next one. Lisa Lloyd. Congratulations, Lisa. Number 2. A lot of people are watching today. I think we've made it up to almost 90 live viewers, which is fantastic. Licia. Congratulations, Licia. Okay. 2 more. Deb. Congratulations, Deb. And then our final one. If you can't find the Instagram or whatever, just private message Ava and she'll guide you, or I can guide you. Meyer Way. Congratulations, Meyer Way. Kathleen Murray, Lisa Lloyd, Licia Reed, Deb, and Meyer Way. Congratulations, everybody. And thanks for watching. How would we do? 2 hours. You know, what are you going to do? I can try to speed things up, but then that wouldn't be me. We have 82 live viewers right now, so obviously you guys are at least intrigued. So I hope I was able to disrupt your grow list a little bit this week. Join me again next week for another Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. And in the meantime, I'm probably going to do an unboxing or two next week because I have many more to get through. But just from the bottom of my heart to all of you, these Thursdays are precious to me, whether I'm feeling good or not, like today. They're very precious to me, and they're not the same. They wouldn't be the same without doing this live. I feel like we're a family. As corny as that sounds, I love our time together on Thursdays. And somebody had said that I think it was you, Akeelia. Yes, it was, that you can't talk to your family about it, and but we can talk to each other about it, which is really exciting. So I'm glad that you choose to spend your Thursdays here with me, and I will see you next week. Peace and love. Get your gratitude on and go grow tomatoes. Bye, everybody.